Mic check 1, 2. Yeah, that's right. We up in here. We up in here. Cut my music down. Alright. We in here. As I go and bring my camera in. Yeah, that's what's happening, people. It's just Our Opinion Podcast, broadcasting live and direct out of Quasi, Arizona. You already know your boy Chaos. Hopefully, my brother Dark Prince will be on in a minute. I don't know. I might have to call him. I think he said he had to get freshened up before he come on. But tonight, I got a special guest. This young brother here, I've been knowing ever since he was a little whippersnapper. But he's coming on right now. You know what I'm saying? And we finna talk about this new generation persona as well as the old school persona. You know what I'm saying? Mainly right now about hip hop and stuff like that. But tonight's topic is basically part 2. Fake is the new real, and the new real is the new fake. Part 2. You know what I'm saying? But and the Muppet Super Bowl of shit, as I call it, and the red cartoon boots and news. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna touch in on all this stuff. But without further ado, here my brother Arnez Richmond. What's
Hey,
the
how
do?
you
What it do,
doing?
bro?
Hey,
What's
how you
going
doing,
on, bro?
bro?
Long
Not much.
time no see. Even though you be picking on me on Facebook, but that's all good. I'm the
Nah, I
bullshit.
don't like to pick. I don't like to pick on nobody. I mean, shoot, we just, difference of opinion, and
Oh yeah.
everybody's entitled to theirs, and
Oh yeah.
that's
Most definitely.
that's all, and that's all that is.
Oh yeah. Most definitely. You know, bro. Let me tell you something. One thing about it. A lot of people might get into their feelings of certain things or whatever the case may be, but everybody, just like this podcast is called, it's just our opinion. So basically,
Exactly.
whatever you say and believe is your opinion. You have the right to your opinion, regardless if you agree with me or not. It's the
Right.
same apply on my end. You dig?
You right.
But you know, the thing is, what I was trying to get you to understand and see, when we was talking about the industry, bro, this industry situation is not what we think it is. It's only entertainment. It's enough for a distraction for us, as you know what I'm saying, to see what we see and enjoy it, and that's as far as it go. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing else. But
Right.
behind the cameras is a whole different ball game. You dig what I'm saying? So a lot of times we find ourselves thinking like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Beyonce this, Beyonce that. But at the same time, Beyonce is just doing a job that they basically got her doing to entertain the people. But behind the closed doors is a bigger picture than we will ever imagine. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And even when we was talking about the hip hop situation, about the Billboard, when I was saying about the corporation situation of the hip hop situation, basically these are the people that basically controls what they want out there for the public to see. You know what I'm saying? It's like Jay-Z, if you a hip hop head like I am, you will know that Jay-Z is not the greatest of all time. And it's not the shit on hold. I love Jay-Z music because I bought his first album when it first came out in '96, Reasonable Doubt. I thought that was the most
I bought it 10 years later.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But when I first got this, my intentions
You heard
back
me?
and then, yeah, I hear you now. You had broke up a little bit, but I hear you now. But anyway, my intentions wasn't to buy the whole album. It was just to buy the single because of the song "Can't Knock the Hustle" by with
Right.
Mary J. Blige. But at that particular time, they had sold out the singles. You know what I'm saying? So I said, "Damn, now I got to buy the whole fucking album." That wasn't my intentions to buy the whole album. You know what I'm saying? So I went and bought the whole album. You know what I'm saying? I said I'm gonna take my, I'm gonna press my luck, and hopefully this album sound good. But boy, when I heard that album, oh good OMG, that shit was popping. I said, man, I was like, he can make a fucking video for every last one of these goddamn songs. Or let me bring my brother Dark Prince in the house. What's up, bro? Peace, bro. You in here?
Hey, bro.
Yeah, man.
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah, it's my little brother Arnez Richmond right here, man. The one I told you be giving me shit on Facebook.
I
But
don't try to. I don't try to. I don't call
go
it
ahead.
shit. I like to call it. I just try to. I try to apply. I just try to apply logic to every situation, especially after these last couple of years,
Uh
when
huh.
I see that. Like, not saying nobody's opinion is wrong, but it's like, at least, like, okay, let's sit down and apply some logic to this.
Okay.
And it's like with what Chaos said about the Billboard situation. Like, what's going on right now is why those lists are designed in the first place. All right, they're designed to start a debate. They're designed to get
Mm-hmm.
people talking. That's the whole point.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they
Mm-hmm.
want.
Right.
That's what they want you to do. They want you
I
to
agree.
talk about this, discuss this. You know, whether it's right or wrong. I mean, there's no. I mean, who knows? That, like I said, it's all subjective.
Mm-hmm.
Because everybody's number one is different. Everybody's number
Mm-hmm.
five is different. Some people probably don't even have five.
Okay.
So it's like, and look, they put out lists like this all the time. This ain't the first one.
Oh no,
This
most
this,
definitely.
this just this just the most recent one. And
Mm-hmm.
like I said, these things are designed solely to spark debate. There's no award given. There's no, okay, well, you weren't number one, so you suck. It's just to get people talking. And when I saw the list come out, the first, I look, it was on the radio. They were talking about it on the radio the next day.
Mm-hmm.
Literally the next day, they were discussing it on the radio on like 4 different stations.
Right.
That's what it's supposed to do. And when I saw the top 10 of that, I didn't see the whole top 50. I mean, I went back and saw the whole top 50, and I couldn't remember the top 50. But if we're being honest, let's all I can say about that whole list is, okay, there are people on there that shouldn't be on there. There are people on there that should be on there, should be higher. But whether your favorite or whether a person is number 26 or number 13, what fucking
Mm-hmm.
difference does it make? You know,
Mm-hmm.
honestly,
I
what difference does it make? But everybody's going to debate and talk about the top five, the top 10, and who's number one. Everything else is just filler.
okay. Well, I'm gonna tell you like this here, bro. Dark Prince, you want to go in first, or you want to? You what? What you
Yeah,
want to
you,
say? You
you
got
came
something you
in.
want to
Yeah,
say?
you came in late. You go ahead.
Okay.
I'm thinking
Well,
I'm
this is
still.
okay. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna say it like this here, bro. See, you got to understand the whole notion how hip hop first began. When they first started hip hop back in, because I got the icon up on my screen, but hip hop, you know, as far as the scholars is concerned, they said hip hop started in 1973. I'm gonna mute you because you got a little background noise. I'm gonna mute you for a second, but you can still hear me. I'm just gonna mute your mic. Um, but anyway, hip hop started in 1973. Okay, according to the hip hop scholars. And the thing was, when hip hop first got on the scene, their whole itinerary was to do something that was different, that that consists of young folks. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, I say maybe 74, 75. That was the start of the disco era. Okay, now as time went along, this new sound that was called hip hop had started blasting through the Bronx, what I'm saying, Brooklyn, Queens, what I'm saying, different parts of the boroughs of New York, which basically started, what I'm saying, a new persona of culture for young folks. Now, moving on into the 80s and 90s, you know what I'm saying, well, to the 80s, you know what I'm saying, hip hop started making its way into the mainstream. Now, when it got into the mainstream, when it was getting ready to get into the mainstream, before it got into the mainstream, the powers that be didn't think that culture was really worth any money to spend on. So that means they really didn't give a shit about hip hop at all, because they thought it was a waste of time and money, because we basically they was rapping over music that was already created. You know what I'm saying? So they really didn't give 10 shakes of a fat rat's ass about the music until the young, as I call the hair hats. Not hair hats, but little hats. Kids seen it and said, "No, y'all got it wrong. This is some new shit. This music really speaks out, and it really is a money maker." You know what I'm saying? So it started to make its way to the mainstream with the help of Run DMC. You can thank Run DMC for that, and LL Cool J. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, at that particular time, it was just getting his feet wet. Now it started getting so popular later on down the line where all these MCs started coming out to where the money started really building up as far as hip hop was concerned. Now, later on down the line, when it got to the 90s, it was basically conscious rap. That's when rap music was talking more about black history and talk about the crucifixion of black people in America. That music basically was hitting so hard and heavy to the where it crossed over into the Caucasian home, to the powers that be's homes, where the white kids were listening to it. They stopped listening to heavy metal and started listening to our shit. Now, after that, they was like, you know what? We not funding this goddamn music no more unless we can get this music to start talking about bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks and smoking weed and killing motherfuckers and basically, basically warring, making a big war story out of hip hop. It wasn't hip hop to where it was fun loving and you can learn behind it. It started becoming a bad situation. You know what I'm saying? After the 1991 meeting, which I'm gonna play in a little bit, that Crazy Bone did, that was basically factual. That was a factual video. I mean, a factual letter that was written, that a Caucasian man that remained anonymous had put out about the hip hop music started changes, way of life, basically help promoting, violence and stuff to where big private prison owners can start making money, because it was just like the real movie, Birth of a Nation, that basically spawned the Ku Klux Klan to become more relevant in the 20th century than it has ever been when it first started its creativity in 1865. But moving right along, it started becoming more corporate. And when it comes corporate, that means they got control of what they want the music to sound like, what the lyrics is going to say, um, and basically who they feel is going to be number one. So if we say KRS-One is the number one hip hop artist of all time, they're not going by that. They're going that, so that's the streets talking, because the streets were the ones making the hip hop artists a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it wasn't the corporate. See, corporate is just the motherfuckers putting the shit out there. They had certain people that they wanted to do business with, people that was cooperative to them. KRS-One wasn't cooperative to them because he already knew what they was all about, because they was more about making money off the artist than the artists making money themselves. So Jay-Z is a corporate sponsor for hip hop in the corporate side of the game. That's not dealing with the streets. So they don't really matter if I fuck around there and say KRS-One is the number one artist of all time. They don't care about that. Uh-oh, he just snapped off.
Yeah, I'm trying to get back on in there.
Let's see, hold on. He said he can't hear. Uh-oh. Tell him to come back on, bro. I don't know. You probably, when you was rolling, you probably hit a bad spot, because one thing about it. Okay. Oh, I see Cuz on here. What's up, Cuz? Oh, he said, Cuz, do you think Willie D was wrong for saying something to Scarface? We're gonna talk about that in a minute. Yeah, because I'm gonna pull the video up on that, because they put the whole video up. Okay, bro, you back? Yeah,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
rolling?
I'm back. I couldn't hear you, so
Yeah,
I had to refresh.
yeah, you probably rolling, and you know what I'm saying, your signal gonna be bouncing in and out, and it'll knock your audio out.
Right.
But but like I was saying, uh, the corporate situation is basically by them controlling what they say is right. I mean, who they think is the number one artist is. It has nothing to do with the streets. That's what I was trying to tell you. Oh, he didn't cut out
Right.
again, bro. Yeah, he didn't cut
And
out. He'll come back in. But yeah, bro, yeah, cuz we're gonna talk about that in a minute. Oh, there you go.
oh,
Okay.
okay,
Yeah,
yeah, can you hear me?
yeah.
And it's like with my thing with the top 10 that they put up, because like I said, these things are so interchangeable, so ever changing, and like you said, from rap, what rap's beginnings were, you know,
Mm-hmm.
like how it really came from the ashes of the disco era, and
Mm-hmm.
how in the 80s it was all, it not all political, but it was very political about what was going on in the streets and everything. That's why
Mm-hmm.
you had NWA. That's why you had Public Enemy in the late 80s going into early 90s. And
Mm-hmm.
you see how it is. And the one thing I think that's forgotten about rap, not one thing, but it's a
Mm-hmm.
lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
Rap is the sport of music. I always look at
Right.
rap as the sport of music, because there's no other genre of music where you actually
Mm-hmm.
have guys competing to be number one, saying it on their records that I'm number one, I'm the best. You don't hear that in rock. You
Oh
don't hear
yeah.
that you don't hear that nowhere. Rap is the most competitive form of music. It always has been that way. Battle rapping is a Battle rapping is still prevalent in rap.
Oh yeah.
Rap,
Most
rap
definitely. What? Well, see, the thing is, the reason why that was something different, because with hip hop, it was basically saying who can lay out the best lyrics. It
right?
wasn't about, compared to what it's like it is now. See, right
And,
now, it ain't about who got the best lyrics. It's about who's getting the bag now. See what I'm saying? The big difference.
and you're right. That's true. And to
You
circle
know,
back to rap being the
but
sport of music, you being a
but
DJ,
yeah,
how
he
they
come back
used.
in. Hopefully, he come back in. But yeah, I'm gonna talk. We're gonna talk about that situation with Willie D, because they went ahead and put out the whole fucking video. They put the whole
You're
video
right.
out.
And
Yeah.
and and here's another thing about rap. One thing that even you can attest to. Like they used to
Mm-hmm.
have parties where they used to have DJs battling back and forth. The
Right.
DJ.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And
Exactly. My favorite. Yep.
yeah, and so like you said, rap has always been competitive from literally the beginning. And even nowadays, yeah, you're right. Far from a mainstream standpoint, rap is about who's doing the most numbers, who's getting the most money and everything. But at the same
Mm-hmm.
time, when discussions like this come up, it sparks debate. There could be two rappers that come out. You could have a discussion about two rappers that came out in the last 5 years, and you're
Mm-hmm.
gonna have somebody get into a spirited debate about who's number one, who's better. It's always been like that. That has never changed.
Mm-hmm.
And when they put up that top 10, even I was like, okay, I see like 4 people in that top
Mm-hmm.
10 list. I'm like, okay, there's at least 4 people up here who could have been number one, and who could have easily been number one for a variety of reasons. There's
Mm-hmm.
never no one reason why somebody's number one. There's a multitude of reasons why someone is number one. And I got some of the list memorized, at least the top 10 memorized. And
Mm-hmm.
we can debate this right now if you want to.
Oh, yeah,
And
go ahead.
okay, they put Nicki Minaj at number 10. And no, look. No, she shouldn't have been number. Should she have been on the list of top 50?
Okay, cuz
Absolutely.
say you got educated rappers and you got street rappers.
Yeah.
But the ones but the ones that educated got shitted on like they didn't never exist. Yeah, I already know that for sure.
Yeah, I mean, and that's true.
Mm-hmm.
Because they didn't get played on the radio as much. They didn't get played on BET as much.
Oh no.
And even with BET, that was and the sad part about with BET is like, that's Black entertainment television, and they did, and by design they didn't play rappers who were more educated. That was done by design, which makes it even more sadder. But
well, I don't mean to cut you off on this one, but back in the days, in the Rap City days, the real Rap City days, I'm talking about like when
Big Tigger,
when Rap City, this is way before. I'm talking about this is like Chris, the God damn it, Prince. What was Chris, the comedian name, the one that did the first Rap City back in the day when the first Rap City first came out? He called it.
okay.
Oh, the mayor. The mayor. He called himself the mayor. Chris.
Okay.
He was a comedian. He was a comedian guy. Matter of fact, I'm gonna tell you who he was. He was the reporter. If you ever seen the video Night of the Living Basshead, by Public Enemy. He was the dark skinned skinny guy with the report. He was a reporter talking
Okay.
to the white
Oh,
folks. Yeah, he was the original host of Rap City when it first came out back in 88, 89. Back then, they was a whole that was all basically BT had was a lot of conscious rap played. A
yo,
lot of the rap songs that they were playing, what's up, bro?
was that before Ed Love and Dr. Dre?
Uh,
Yo MTV, that was Yo
uh,
MTV Raps.
UMTV Raps came out before. I want to say it came out before Rap City. They probably
It
around about
did.
damn near
It
Yeah,
around the
it
same
did.
time.
did. It
Yeah,
did.
It
about
did.
almost around the same time. Yeah, but see, the
Yeah,
thing
it did.
was, but when BET came out with Rap City, Bob Johnson was trying to do his whole persona different from Rap City because a lot of the rap, do his situation different from Real MTV Raps because a lot of rap songs that was coming out back then, MTV didn't want to air. The same way like they did with Michael Jackson. They didn't want to air Michael Jackson shit back in the early 80s until
Well,
David Bowie brought it to the light, like, this is some bullshit. And then when CBS Records got on board their own MTV, he said, I'll put all my goddamn artists if you don't feature Michael Jackson. And they started playing Billie Jean. Because that was like the first video of Michael Jackson that they started airing back then.
yeah, and
But you know,
like Michael Jackson, he blew the doors off the whole video generation. Like that's where it started, and it's like, and you look at it, and now I mean, like videos now are probably more relevant than ever, which is wild to say, because back in the day, you remember when you used to stay up or to catch your favorite on TV. Now you can watch your favorite videos as many times as you want. As many times out the day, anytime you want. And
most definitely, yeah, because you got the internet now. You got cyberspace
yeah,
going down now. Because you didn't have none of this shit back in the days. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it wasn't
nah,
like you just cut the computer on and say I can go and listen to a video on YouTube or whatever. No, of course not. No. But
and
yeah, Rap City. But go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna go back to the list because, like I said,
bro? You breaking up.
they put Nicki Minaj at number 10, which I
I
disagree
know you must
with.
be rolling pretty good because signal bouncing in and out.
Like,
but
they put.
but let me see. Let me pull this
Can you hear me?
video. Yeah, you back. You
Okay.
rolling pretty good. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, they put Nicki Minaj in the top 10. They put her at number 10. I disagree with that. If I was going to put a female in the top 10, me personally, I would have put Missy Elliott in the top 10. Only because just her all these years later, this woman hasn't put out an album in almost 20 years. And it's still highly influential to this day. And even Lil Wayne said that that's his favorite rapper of all time, or one of his favorite artists of all time. And that's hella high praise. And then they put Snoop Dogg at number 9.
Okay.
Now with Snoop Dogg, he never gets in the top 10 of any of these lists. So for him to be in the top 10, I'm perfectly fine with that, especially considering what happened, especially considering everything he went through in the early part of his career, the Death Row days, especially the No Limit days. And here he is now, all these years later, still alive, still around, a grandfather, owns Death Row Records now. President, I mean, he's basically the head of A&R at Def Jam. I mean, it's about time he got his flowers.
Well, I mean, what you gotta say, bro? Dark Prince? Oh, my cousin say MC Light. Yeah, MC Light was very underrated, just like Jazzy Joy. You know what I'm saying? Now these women right here, Jazzy Joy was before MC Light, and Jazzy Joy was very hell underrated. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What's going on, brother? Peace with it. You know what I'm saying? But His fam said where was too short. Man,
Yeah,
I
they
got a
had a
question.
whole lot of.
he
Go
should have
ahead,
been
bro.
on there. He should have been on there.
What's the top 10? What they say was? I didn't see it. So somebody tell which one is? What's the top 10? Who's one through
I can
10?
I want to pull it. I'm gonna pull see if I can pull that video up, pull that picture. I mean the board up, Billboard of Hip Hop 2020. I mean Billboard Hip Hop. I'm gonna see what they put up here, but I don't know because I thought I had that damn list, but I guess I
Oh no,
don't.
I got
But
like
I was just freaked out because I mean they had like Kendrick Lamar before they had Tupac.
now I
And no
highly
disrespect
disagree
to
with.
Kendrick Lamar, but he's a good artist. You know what I'm saying?
But no,
But
you're right. But number two of all time in all of rap 50 years, no.
yeah,
No, he did not. He did
okay.
not belong in the top 10 at all. I'm sorry. And I love Kendrick Lamar. I bought every album he ever had. But no, top 10, no, hell no.
Yeah,
Vehemently
yeah,
disagree with
because I
that
mean,
selection.
yeah, but see, what I'm going off of, little bro, is I'm going off of all time. When I mean all time, I mean across the board. Who basically, I mean, not about album sales. I'm talking about the wordsmith itself. Album sales is just a blessing. It's a plus. You know, yeah, Jay Z might have beat KRS One as far as you know what I'm saying, album sales or whatever the case may be. But like I said, he's still corporate. You know,
Here's
KRS
my
One
thing.
wasn't corporate.
I mean,
Go ahead, bro.
Here's my, y'all go ahead. I can wait.
my thing is they put Drake at number 8. And
Mm-hmm.
look, Drake is the best-selling rapper of all time. I was surprised to find that. I was surprised that was that at that stat, but
pretty
it's
bad
true.
there, bro.
Huh?
You breaking up pretty bad there, bro.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Okay, yeah. Now, what you were saying? Say it again. What you were saying?
I said Drake. They put Drake at number 8, and Drake, and yeah, I laughed too. But and the thing is, Drake is the best-selling rapper of all time. So
Yeah.
he was gonna get on that list regardless.
Let me
He was
see.
gonna get on
I'm
that
looking
list
at. They got
regardless.
all kind of lists up here. They got all kind of lists up here. Okay.
I wouldn't have put Drake.
I know
I wouldn't have
they
put Drake
got
at
number
number 8.
50. They got
Huh?
because I'm looking at the 50th greatest of all time now, and they got for the number 50 slot they got Rick Ross.
Nah,
Who's top 10?
huh?
Top 10. Okay, we can look. We can look up the top 10. Well, that's Arnez, you said you heard you had the top 10 by head, didn't you?
Yeah. And they had
Okay. What they had for the top 10?
Lil Wayne at number 7. I would have put him higher than number 7. He should have been way higher than number 7.
Okay, who was 1 through 10? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Who are we talking about right now? 1 through 10. Who we talking?
1 through 10, they had Nicki at number 10, Snoop Dogg at number 9, Drake at number 8, Lil Wayne at number 7. I forgot who they had at number 6.
Yeah, he's bro.
Who they had?
Bro.
Who they had number 6?
Brother, right? You said what about Spice One?
Yeah.
It's old. Like I said, it's a whole lot of rappers, man. They didn't call out.
Yeah, like okay, who's number 6? Do you have that? Who's number 6?
We wanna bullshit. Goddamn. Hold on a second, cause I'm freezing up now. Let's see. Okay, there we go. Okay, we can be back, I guess. Yeah. I agree too. I'm a Spice One fan too. You know what I'm saying? But it's a whole lot of them they didn't call out.
Who's
See,
top 3?
The top 3. I'm gonna
Yeah.
go. I'm gonna go to the top 10 hip hop now. Hold on, just a second. When I find it, I'm gonna tag it
It
over
was
to the
it was
big
it was
screen so everybody can see.
Jay-Z, Kendrick Lamar, and Nas was the top 3. Jay, Kendrick, and Nas were the top 3, I believe.
Okay.
Top 10 rappers. Yeah, because I looked at that damn list. I think I was like, man, they trying to be funny. Let's see. Then they study best rappers, the greatest. They study showing me. I don't want to see. Okay.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm here, bro. Will. Yeah, they got hell. Let's see. They just showing me the top 50. They're not showing me the top 10. But I'm thinking they got.
That's
I see
interesting.
somebody. Huh?
That's it.
Ryu said, "Who's number 1?" They got Jay-Z.
You're breaking up real bad.
Yeah. Okay, y'all hear me? It's Jay-Z. He said he's I fell in love with Spice One song "Born to Die" off the Tale from the Hood soundtrack. Yeah, I got all that, bro. I got all that. Yeah, but
It's
see
great.
the thing. Go ahead, bro.
I don't hear about rock. I don't hear about heavy metal, salsa, any other genre of music coming out yearly talking about they top 10 or top 50. Because see, the thing about it, it's a collective. Music is collective. It's not a competition on it. They only put it with us because the thing about it was when we came on battle rap, we were just trying to prove something to get the ear of the record company so we could get on. So that's why the competition started. Because the wordplay came behind it. But if we were still doing our same thing, we didn't need that when we singing the blues. We didn't need that when we singing gospel. None of that. Because it was collective. It's understood as music. Different genre, but it's still music. It ain't no competition. Only time I see anything when you say the Country Music Awards, 50 or something, or 75, that's when all them get together and everybody sang on the show. But there ain't no countdown of who's the better one. Never.
Yeah.
So my whole thing about our music fans, you know what I'm saying, since beginning of time, there is no top 50 because all of us hot.
Yes, sir.
And I can pick out 100 folks in the crowd and tell me give your top 10. I guarantee everybody's top 10 gonna be different.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
It don't make no sense, man. Because like I said, I don't hear no other genre talking about, you know what I'm saying? Well, who's the hottest salsa singers this year? The top 10. I don't hear that going on. Who's doing heavy metal the roughest this year? Who's the top 50? I don't hear no bullshit like that.
But because
it's amongst our people. And the only reason why I say that because the thing about it is amongst our people is we got to have some type of drama soundbite to run off of because we don't have our own mind. That's ridiculous to me.
Cuz said, I'm looking at the list now. Ice Cube is too low. At least top 10.
Ice Cube should be in the top 10. No question.
That's the thing. That's the thing. How is it that we got each other debating over, you know what I'm saying, which one of our artists is better than the other one, all of us better than the rest of the planet combined? It's too small stuff like that, man, that I'm talking about that gets us distracted. It ain't godly thinking.
Oh yeah. Well, see, that's the thing, brother. Our prince. That's just what Arnez was saying. He said it's basically a debate trap, you know, to get us to go at each other like this is a motherfucking presidential debate or something. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I'm not getting into the Muppet shit, dog. I'm far beyond that. I can't get caught up in that because think about it, it discerns me away from what my purpose is on the planet, what I was born and created to do. And that's the thing about it, as kings and queens, that's what you're supposed to be running your road, building your kingdom, not listening to this bullshit the Muppets talking about. So you get distracted. Guess what? You done stop the car, you ain't even listening no more. You over here talking about what they got going on. My thing was, how does that help us as a people? Because if it's not that, it's about R. Kelly. If it ain't that, it's Bill Cosby. If it ain't that, it's Serena now. It's always some dumb shit, bro. And that's why I'm like, nah, I don't be getting caught up in talking about here on the planet because I'm not in the reindeer game no more. I look beyond that. So my thing, when we in discussion like that, they trying to get us to the point where as long as we divisive as far as communication and whatever it is that sound better got going, we ain't talking about we need to ride together. That's the whole thing. Ain't no other else being targeted like that. That's all I'm gonna say about mine on the 2+2. I'm gonna yield back.
Yes, sir. Well, one thing about it, they always try to find something to basically poke the bear with us when it comes down to any culture that we create that they know that is basically endearing to our hearts, because hip hop is basically a lot of energy from young men and women, because it came as 4 elements: DJing, MCing, breakdancing, and graffiti art. Those are culturalistic personifications that basically builds up this thing called hip hop. And like I say, to the point where they don't even give homage to the DJs anymore. You know what I'm saying? To the point where rappers just get up there and just start rapping. They don't even give no shout out to their DJ or nothing. And one thing about it, the DJ was the goddamn conductor for the MC to get up there and rap. He had to play the music in order for the rapper to say his lines. They don't even consider rappers as MCs anymore. They consider them as little or young or babies or some shit like that.
That's another damn thing. That's another damn thing. Let me get back on the gas on that. Every damn person that's coming out nowadays, they got to be young or they're gonna have to be little. What type of mentality is that? When you say this, I'm little this or young this, you still training yourself. Say I'm not gonna be matured yet. That's in thinking. That's in business. That's in love. That's it. Come on now. I need to understand what's really good. So I see.
But see, here's the thing though. What year did Young MC come out?
Young MC.
It's been that way. That's
yeah. Wait, hold on.
But see, here's the thing. When you speak on Young MC, the thing about what Master Ceremony was already running everything. Okay, that's what meant to me is going to be Master Ceremony. He was moving the crowd, as the New Yorkers would like to say. So the thing about it was, coming up in the game, he named himself that at that time because he was up and coming. It wasn't because he thought of himself as, you know what I'm saying, I'm not fully developed yet, because you can't think that way when you hopping out to the world of hip hop, especially when it's coming up to the point where now your lyrics have to make sense about what you're talking about. It ain't just hippie to the hop now. You got to tell a story that I can relate to. So he was up and coming. That's what another trend started. That's what happened with Young MCs once 1991 passed and the record companies got on their artists and made them feel like you'll always be in an immature state. So we tell you what to do. Same as with the movie Baby Boy. It's painted so well. So my whole thing, of course they're going to think this way because they're going to always feel like ain't nobody listening. And in that stage mind of thinking of locked in capacity, I can't do nothing but this. And only if I continue to do what I'm still doing, my thing is this here. The meeting in 1991 set forth this here as far as the agenda. We don't care nothing about you as far as the artist. We want the listening ear that you talking to. So guess what? Let's throw in R. Kelly right now. What was going on? Of course, yeah, we had our banging going on during that time frame. They had just cut the head off of the, you know what I'm saying, the Panthers. So now you got bastard kids running around and they're through crack in the game. Up to that point, it was just cocaine. Really, folks that had their hands on that. That was up in Beverly Hills and the rest of the big cities, New York, stuff like that. But now they got into a crack crystallized form and threw it into the hood. Guess what now? Now it ain't about, you know what I'm saying, the bun. It's about the street. It's about me being better than you because we all know what hunger is. So now all of a sudden, if you're in a mature mind, you still never snapped out of that. I remember a lot of Christmas I ain't had. So guess what? When I got my first car, I made it look just like a Tonka toy. I put big rims on it. It's the toys I didn't have when I was coming up. That's why my car looked the way it did. I was trying to fulfill something that had passed. Grown man trying to fulfill a kid's dream. That's what was going on. So once I started getting past all that point and seeing that that's exactly where the state wants the black man in a way, I want you in an infinite power mind frame because now I can control you. So when you hungry, you come for that record deal, they already taking out the life insurance and policy on you already while you signing on. That's one of the paper forms. Because they plan on getting rid of you because they already know. They already know once we get rid of you, your music is going to be worth more because you're going to be missed now. And I want, you know what I'm saying, the memories that you put out. And guess who wins? The record company. Now, let's go about it. Talking about, well, you can't blame it on them. You can't blame it on the kids. You know what I'm saying? No, you really can't blame the kids. Because guess who's pushing it? The record company is saying, we sanction what you're talking about. How come they ain't going down to court? How come they ain't getting their doors kicked in? Huh? How come they ain't getting razzed with the lights in their face? Because them the ones that saying, we're allowing it to go down. You the funnel that they're doing it through. Without them and your backing of the music videos and the microphone and the booth, you can't do nothing. Without my marketing money for your campaign, talking about get out here, yeah, you can hold your AK out there in front of the folk. That's ridiculous. But they got us out here acting a damn fool and acting like damn animals, and in grown babies in grown bodies, infantile minds that are often triggered off emotion. That ain't even the way it's supposed to go. That's all jacked up. And I'm gonna yield back.
Oh yeah.
And see, here's the thing.
No, what you gonna say?
Here's the thing. Like, you got to think. When you see like how rappers are now young, little, whatever. Back then they had way more creative names. But the thing is, Young MC, like when you see him if you saw him on the street, he's still Young MC. He's still because you got to think he's been there. He's been that way for 30 years. You know, Dwayne Carter's been Lil Wayne since he was 14. He's 40 now.
Let me get into a little deeper thing with you, though, my brother.
Heavy D lost weight. He was still Heavy D.
Understood, but check it. Let me just, you know what I'm saying, pull up on the way beside my brother over here. Because the thing about it, do you know anything about gematria?
Not at all.
Oh boy, you ready to learn?
I'm here.
Right here is going to change everything in your mindset that you would ever think you never thought you would learn. But bro, gonna break it down to you what gematria is about.
Well, see, I gotta ask the first. This question got to come first, but we can get into that. What's your thoughts on spirituality, my brother?
Basic. I ain't been to church
for
years.
Okay, let me just make it plain. What are your beliefs?
There's God, there's the devil, heaven is real, hell is real. That's about as basic as I can get. I ain't been to church since 2018.
Okay, so I got a basic. You believe there's a God and there's a devil, right?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, we can go with that. Now, in Genesis 6, talks about a group of angels that came down because they liked what they saw on the planet. Now, the thing about it was because man was made in the image of the Most High, he was being the governing God of the planet. But the thing about it was he was given a female counterpart. Some of these watchers didn't have. So that was an envy there that they couldn't reproduce also as man could. Also, he has his own planet to govern on his own. So, plot thickens. We're going to go down. We're going to choose up some women. That happens. In the process of doing that, they give out some information that's forbidden. This is where you get your sorcery and magic and black magic and all this other good stuff from. And in there, they also gave higher mathematics, higher space. Why you think they got CERN and all this other stuff? They wouldn't be able to do that without understanding that first, from a standpoint of a person outside the box. So, this higher mathematics was called gematria. Gematria is where you're seeing words, but the letters are actually, you know what I'm saying, translated over to numbers. That A through Z is 1 through 26. In the reverse, that Z is 1 and A is 26. Then you have a reduced version of that, which follows the same pattern, A through 26. But once you get up to 2, 2 will go to cancellation down to 1. So when you're reading these certain people, the names that these artists have always add up mathematically to the date when they're getting killed along with their birthdays, along with the artists that signed them. It's always connected. And you got to ask your question. How is it most rappers now always dying? If either it's going to be shot, either they're going to be, you know what I'm saying, they done had some type of suicide, car accident. What's the last one of their way? Lost their mind. Lost their mind. Overdose. There you go. Exactly. Point blank. So that's all they give you. But the thing about it is, you got folks like Mick Jagger. You got folks like, what's the guy from Black Sabbath? They both been done killed though, but they still kicking around. That don't make sense to me. And the thing about it is, they can't stand the sun as much as we can. So I already know the thing about it. There's got to be some type of monkey wrench being thrown into the system here. So seeing these people learning that they're getting these life insurance policies on them, and then they're getting killed off, record something's getting paid. They're not getting sued behind it. Then they're still spitting out the same damn garbage that we was talking about, because the thing about it was, it wasn't glorified then. The stuff that was going on in the hood was not glorified. It was being talked about because, say, this is what I want to speak about. That was new to Middle America. Middle America said, okay, I understand what y'all talking about because mommy and daddy didn't tell us about that. So that's why it started to blow the way it was. But we was not glamorizing it at all. This is just what happens where I'm from. But because it was such a violent and a sure end to black life, the record company said, we'll continue to let them preach that, because through your music, that's how we get you. Now, how I know this is true, my brother? Because whenever you about to go get into a mood, you celebrating or you sad or something, you're going to throw on a tune. Because the melody going to speak to your spirit the way it is at that same level that you are right then. Now, just think if you mad all the time. So all they got going right now is drill, kill, kill, drill. So guess what's been going on? That's what's been happening. Now take R. Kelly out the mix that had, while we still had a little kill drill at our time frame, but when we went to the club about 2 o'clock, he's like, all right, we're gonna slow it down. This is the DJ talk. And while you might have had beef with somebody across town, by the time the song started, y'all both bumping on the floor with y'all female friend that y'all had just kind of been hooking up with, saying, yeah, what up? That's how that went. It's not like that no more. Because not even the females want to hear nothing slow no more now. They on drill, 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 kill, kill, kill. You have been programmed to self-exterminate.
And
I'm gonna yield back.
Yep.
Yeah, you got a point.
That's right.
Like,
I mean, on there, that's why I was trying to tell you, bro. It's not about the whole fact that, you know, like I'm trying to diss the new generation or your generation, you know, your generation is the new generation, but it's the fact that, bruh, I've been in this world long enough to realize and know that if something is not right, it's just like Keith Sweat had a song, something just ain't right. Yeah. That's some true shit, because I know the music that I came up with, the lifestyle that I've seen, even when you was a little bitty boy back in the 90s. Bruh, we still had some kind of leverage in hip hop back then, because okay, this me, I'm gonna show. Yeah, I'm gonna show you something too that's just gonna basically put on your mind that you can think about. Crazy Bone from Bone Thugs and Harmony did a video back 7 years ago. That basically talk about 1991 in my hometown, Los Angeles.
You better go ahead and run that. Yeah, run that.
I'm gonna show you the video now. Hold on, after all this goddamn commercial shit. Hold on a second. But I want you to see this video, bro. Hopefully, I can get it in on the sheet. Okay. I want you to see. This is very important. This is very important. Hopefully,
this is when the turn of the tide went from house party music and a little gangster music to all drill. This is their left. This is where it got started.
Here we go. Here we go.
The secret meeting that changed rap music and destroyed a generation. Damn. So it says, hello. After more than 20 years, I finally decided to tell the world what I witnessed in 1991, which I believe was one of the biggest turning points in popular music and ultimately American society. I have struggled for a long time weighing the pros and cons of making my story public, as I was reluctant to implicate the individuals who were present that day. So I've simply decided to leave out the names and all the details that may risk my personal well-being and that of those who were, like me, dragged into something they weren't ready for.
Damn.
Hold on, let me
So we gonna tell a story.
we gonna tell the story. We ain't scared.
You know what I'm saying? What they gonna do?
They after us, not just playing.
Look, that black man.
So look, so he says, between the late 80s and early 90s, I was what you may call a decision maker with one of the more established companies in the music industry. I came to Europe in the early 80s and quickly established myself in the business. The industry was different back then, since technology and media weren't people like that, like they are today. The industry had more control over the public and had the means to influence them any way it wanted.
Right.
This may explain why in early 1991, I was invited to attend a closed-door meeting with a small group of business insiders to
Gotta freeze up. Hold on a second. Hopefully, come up.
This may explain why in early 1991, I was invited to attend a closed-door meeting with a small group of business insiders to discuss rap music.
Come on. Signal pretty fucked up over here. Let's see. Hopefully to come back. There we go. Oh shit. Come on now. Don't give me this. Come on. Damn. Shit.
Little did I
Let me just run it back.
making my story public, as I was reluctant to implicate the individuals who were present that day. So I've simply decided to leave out the names and all the details that may risk my personal well-being and that of those who were, like me, dragged into something they weren't ready for.
Damn.
Hold on, let me
So we gonna tell a story.
we gonna tell the story. We ain't scared.
You know what I'm saying? What they gonna do?
They after us, not just playing.
Look, that black man.
So look, so he says, between the late 80s and early 90s, I was what you may call a decision maker with one of the more established companies in the music industry. I came to Europe in the early 80s and quickly established myself in the business. The industry was different back then, since technology and media weren't accessible to people like that, like they are today. The industry had more control over the public and had the means to influence them any way it wanted.
Right.
This may explain why in early 1991, I was invited to attend a closed-door meeting with a small group of business insiders to discuss rap music's new direction. Rap music's new direction.
Yeah.
Little did I know we would be asked to participate in one of the most unethical and destructive business practices ever seen.
Crazy.
So this was the meeting. The meeting was held at a private residence on the outskirts of Los Angeles. I remember about 25 to 30 people were being there.
Right.
Most of them familiar faces. Speaking of those I knew, we joked about the theme of the meeting, as many of us did not care for rap and failed to see the purpose of being invited to a private meeting to discuss the future of hip hop.
Talk to him.
Among the attendees was a small group of unfamiliar faces who stayed to themselves and made no attempt to socialize beyond their circle. Based on their behavior and formal appearances, they didn't seem to be from our industry. Our casual chatter was interrupted when we were asked to sign the confidentiality agreement, preventing us from publicly discussing the information presented during the meeting. Needless to say, this intrigued, in some cases, disturbed many of us. The agreement was only a page long, but very clear on matters and consequences, which stated that violating the terms would result in job termination immediately. We asked several people what this meeting was about, and the reason for such secrecy, but could not find anyone who had the answers for us. A few people refused to sign and walked out. Nobody stopped them. I was tempted to follow, but curiosity got the best of me.
That's right.
A man who was part of the unfamiliar group collected all the agreements from us. So now it's going to get to the good part because the meeting about to start.
Talk to him, G.
It says, quickly after the meeting began, hold on one second.
Get your popcorn, y'all.
Popcorn, get your pistol. No, sweat.
For real though.
Quickly after this meeting began, one of the industry colleagues, who shall remain nameless like everybody else, thanked us for attending. He then gave the floor to a man who only introduced himself by first name and gave no other details about his personal background. I think he was the owner of the residence, but that was never confirmed. He briefly praised all of us for the success we had achieved in our industries and congratulated us for being selected as part of this small group of decision makers. At this point, I began to feel slightly uncomfortable in the strangeness of this gathering. The subject quickly changed as the speaker went on to tell us that the respective companies we represented had invested in a very profitable industry, which could become even more rewarding with our active involvement.
Damn.
He explained that the
BOK Financial.
We'll go to
We go above.
and we'll go to goddamn commercial when I fucking assholes. Hold on, y'all. For you two, when they start getting to the juicy part, they want to go to commercial. When they start getting to the juicy part, they want to go to commercial and shit. They ain't gonna stop shit, Mr. Charlie.
companies we worked for had invested millions into the building of privately owned prisons, and that our positions of influence in the music industry would actually impact the profitability of these investments. Then he says, I remember many of us in the group immediately looking at each other in awe and confusion. At the same time, I didn't know what a private prison was, but I wasn't the only one. Sure enough, someone asked what these prisons were and what any of this had to do with music. We were told that these prisons were built by privately owned companies who received funding from the government based on the number of inmates.
Mm-hmm.
The more inmates, the more the government would pay these prisons.
Mm-hmm.
It was also made clear to us that since these prisons are privately owned, as they become traded, we'd be able to buy shares. Most of us were taken back by this. Again, a couple of people asked what this had to do with us. At this point, my industry colleague who had first opened the meeting took the floor again and answered our questions. He told us that since our employees had become silent investors in this prison business, it was now in their interest to make sure that these prisons remain filled. Our job would be to help make this happen by making music which promote criminal behavior, rap being the music of choice. He assured us that this would be a great situation for us because rap music was becoming an increasingly profitable market for our companies, and as employees, we'd also be able to buy stocks in these prisons. Immediately, silence came over the room. You could have heard a pin drop. I remember looking around to make sure I wasn't dreaming and saw half of the people with dropped jaws. My daze was interrupted when someone shouted, "Is this a fucking joke?" At this point, things became chaotic.
Right.
Two of the men who were part of the unfamiliar group grabbed the man who shouted and attempted to remove him from the house. A few of us, myself included, tried to intervene. One of them pulled out a gun, and we all backed off. They separated us from the crowd, and all four of us was escorted outside. My industry colleague, who opened up the meeting earlier, hurried out to meet us and reminded us that we had signed an agreement and would suffer the consequences of speaking out about this publicly, or even those who attended the meeting. Hurried out to meet us and reminded us that we had signed an agreement and would suffer the consequences of speaking out about this publicly, or even those who attended the meeting. hurried out to meet us and reminded us that we had signed an agreement and would suffer the consequences of speaking out about this publicly, or even those who attended the meeting.
Damn.
I asked him why was he involved with something so corrupt, and he replied, "It's bigger than the music business, and nothing we can do. And, no, it's bigger than the music business, and nothing we want to challenge without risking consequences." We all protested as we walked back into the house. I remember word for word the last thing he said: "It's out of my hands now. Just remember, you signed an agreement." He then closed the door behind him. The men rushed us to our car and actually waited until we drove off the property.
Damn.
So this meeting, bro.
Now that's a lot for a meeting right there.
All right, we're back. Shout out to my bro, to Marcus Lucas. What's up, bro? Glad you joined on. You know what I'm saying? Welcome to the podcast, bro. Shout out to Arnez Richmond. He snapped off. I don't know what happened. He snapped off. Hopefully it wasn't nothing that basically made him feel some type of way. But I told him it's gonna get deeper. Because over here at It's Just Our Opinion podcast, we don't delete, we don't bullshit, we don't hide nothing. We let it show its ugly ass face. We not bullshit, we not sugarcoating nothing over here. You know what I'm saying? That meeting right there, that brother Crazy Bone from Bone Thugs and Harmony just got through reading that letter, that is some real shit. And it's basically showing you what's going on right now as we speak, from how music, because like I said, I'm 46 years old, and I've always been a big lover, contributor of hip hop. Hell, I started DJing in 1999. My biggest situation was to collect as much music as earthly possible, just like God rest. I mean, I ain't gonna say God rest. That man still alive. God forgive me. But just like the legendary DJ Kool Herc, the founder, the father, the godfather of hip hop. He has trillions and billions of records. I have a whole lot of records myself, records and music on my computer. You know what I'm saying? I have CDs and all kind of shit because I love music. And one thing about it, as I grew up through the 80s, hip hop was basically fun loving, having a good time, enjoying it. Later on down in the mid and late 80s, it started getting more political because you had guys like Public Enemy who basically brought on what our schools wasn't teaching us. And that was real black history about Brother Malcolm and Martin Luther King and others out there, you know what I'm saying? And it also brought on the new version of the Nation of Islam, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. His voice surrounded the whole concepts of Public Enemy's music. So this meeting in 1991, like I said, was a true factor that basically told a story by a Caucasian man who basically was at the meeting and basically was trying to put out in the world on a quiet scale to let you know that, you know why your music sound fucked up? It's because this meeting right here is the reason why your music sound fucked up. Because, you know, you basically, I mean, see, most of us were probably born in the 90s and late 80s and don't really understand what's going on here. So when you start hearing music like these rappers that's rapping now, like, you know what I'm saying, Lil Wayne, all the way up to Glorilla and Yo Gotti and stuff like that now, you know, y'all think that's basically how music been sounding for the last 50 years. No. That music just got its third decade of bullshit, starting after 1991. Starting with 1991. You know, that's why I hear young folks say, well, y'all had all that gangster rap, y'all had all that bad cussing and stuff back in the days too. Well, yes, but at the same time, we had sense enough not to fall for the banana in the tailpipe versus how they got y'all falling for the banana in the tailpipe in this generation. Because you don't have no music basically telling you do and don't do no more. You have music that say go head for it, go for what you know, get the bag, and if you had to shoot and blow a nigga head off, then hey, do it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they were shooting for back 30 years ago, over 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Because they knew music basically soothed the savage breast and it basically a beast or whatever. And they know that their music sounds so good to us that they can basically use it for weaponize it like you do anything in war. Because it's war. It's war music.
Mm-hmm.
It's war music against your own kind. You think R. Kelly really is the boogeyman out here messing around with young women? No. That he was he was the architect of love. He basically was singing about love, making you feel like you want to be loved, making the woman feel like she want to be loved, making the man feel like he want to be loved. Because you know when you put these two together, they bring in new life. They trying to destroy that.
Yeah.
And when and it's working like a charm because guess where R. Kelly is at? He's behind bars. But at the same time, which one you think is the worst? Him having a sexual relationship with a 16, 17-year-old girl, or they basically talking about cutting off your little boy's thing-a-ling at the age of 5 years old if he want his dick cut off. Making it a new law. Saying that the little boy, he can make a choice. Which one is worse? I think the little boy situation is worse. Because a 16-year-old girl, she basically already in puberty. She ain't no hurt. They ain't hurting her. They just basically telling you this because they, like I said before, a lot of y'all motherfuckers, grandmothers, great grandmothers, or whatever the case may be, when they met y'all granddaddy, they were 14 and 15 years old. And your granddaddy was 20, 21 with a job and a car in a little house or apartment or something. R. Kelly wasn't doing no different than what your grandparents did back in the day. But at the same time, subconsciously, they taking all that and making it like he was raising little girls that were 8 and 9 years old or some shit. Because you're not really clearly thinking on what the damn war, the art of war is all about. Like my brother say, 2 + 2 = 4. The art of war is to basically stop black men from procreating with black women from procreating with black men. That way they can't have no more goddamn kids. And what good way to do it? Through music. Because music soothes the soul. And when you listen to trap and drill music, that's the last thing on your motherfucking mind is love making. Cause I can't picture myself fucking off of FNF by Glorilla. Fuck nigga free. Is that what they call it? Fuck nigga free. And like I said, they do stupid shit and make mockery of you like they've been doing back in the damn 30s and 40s. But only thing about it, they're not doing it in whiteface no more. They're doing it in literally blackface. Your original blackface. You basically the new motherfucking. You basically the new minstrel show now. They got this young lady called herself Glorilla. All you gotta do is move the L, and guess what you have? Gorilla.
Yeah, a monkey.
They've been calling black women that since Africa because they didn't know what else to call them because they never seen nothing so thick and beautiful so far before in their life. So they called the bitch gorillas. But like I said, you will never know this type of history because you basically go off of what they tell you who you are. You basically siding with the devil instead of siding with God. And they always said you got two sides to choose from. You know, you can't serve two masters. You gotta love one and hate the other. Y'all basically is hating the one that loves you and loving the one that hates you. Yeah, that's right. I said it. Y'all basically turning white and the white's turning black. Guess who's gonna be your new R&B singer for now on when they get rid of R. Kelly's ass? Finish getting rid of his ass. Bruno Mars gonna be her new R&B singer of greatest of all time. And he ain't doing nothing but stealing y'all shit and singing it back to you.
All they do.
A lot of them songs that you hear Bruno Mars make, his watered down versions of music that was out back in the 80s and 70s. Now think about that. They'll let the black man get out there and rap trap music all day long, but they let these Caucasian little hats get out here and sing, I'm a little door open, singing all the beautiful ballads to you because they want you to think that they the one created this beautiful love music because they so much lovable people now.
No, that ain't the case.
Yeah, we know it ain't the case, bro. But they don't know. But the new generation don't know. They too busy focusing on heavy bass and weird sounds to listen to this bullshit talking about I shoot a nigga around the corner for this bag, nigga. I'll do this and do that to your motherfucking ass. And you just rapping all this shit in the club, looking at motherfuckers that you don't like. He see you, you see him. And the first thing he thinking about this nigga talking to me, talking about me through this music. Next thing you know, y'all at each other's motherfucking neck, ready to kill each other. That's what they want. Because see, one thing about it, I know what the club scene is all about. Even though I'm not DJing in the clubs anymore, but I guarantee I've been in there. Shout out to my cousin DJ Chopper. He be on the ones and twos. He try to play that R&B music, and young motherfuckers get up in there and tell me, I don't want to hear that shit, man. Shut that shit off and put that goddamn new Yo Gotti on. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, I'm trying to get crunk up in this motherfucker. Me and my homeboy. Underline me and my homeboy. Yeah. You know why you say you and your homeboy? Because you and your homeboy fucking. Yeah, y'all fucking. Y'all don't want no woman. Y'all want a nigga. That's why the females be dancing with each other. Because y'all niggas don't want to dance with them. Y'all don't even know how to dance.
They don't dance no more. They don't dance no more.
Exactly. Basically, all that shit down in the trenches. But anyway, we're gonna leave that goof ass shit down along and move along with the Muppets, with the Muppet Show, the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl, bruh. You know what I call it right here, down here on the ticker, don't I call it the Muppet Super Bowl of shit. Because that's what the fuck it was. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about the situation with Rihanna, with Sister Rihanna performing. Everybody was saying it was a beautiful performance. I say, nay.
Ritual at his finest.
I say it was straight peon bullshit. I'm not gonna play Rihanna's song music because of copyright infringement situation, because I don't want them to flag us. But I just wanted to show what I seen, which was weird as fuck. And everybody think that it was a beautiful thing, which it wasn't. It was bullshit altogether. But it was something that I seen that most people didn't probably catch on to. But I'm gonna show it though. Okay, there she is. She looking evil as a motherfucker. I'm trying to get to. I want to get to that part where she was literally looked like she had put her hand in the crack of her ass and smelt it. You know what I said, bro? Now, okay, now you see her right here, right? She's pregnant. Now, what do these motherfuckers in the white represent? What do you think they represent, bro?
A pure offering.
Sperm monkeys.
I see a ritual jumping off.
Oh yeah, of course. You see the cross and all that shit. Yeah, of course, you see the red.
And with her in red and everybody else in white. It's a blood sacrifice. I don't know if the baby gonna make it. We'll see what happens though.
Well, only time will tell, bro. But it's a move that she gonna make when they drop that. I guess when they drop her down, that she gonna do. That fucked me up because I thought I was seeing things, but we finna look very careful at this shit. She is such a beautiful young lady with a forehead out the world, but
I liked it when she first dropped off, first came out. The good girl side of it. She was really pretty. Then
yeah.
this other spirit that took over, I'm like,
Did she come out with that song Rude Boy or some shit?
yeah.
Okay, I thought so. Cause I got that. That's the only that was the only song that I really kind of pretty much liked out of all the songs she made. And she's an island girl too, isn't she?
Yeah. Barbados.
Oh shit. Man, if you would have seen the people when they were saying about this whole performance, they just like they wouldn't, motherfuckers. They wouldn't have made a sandwich, then went took a shit, they then went took a shower again, and did all kind of shit.
Yeah, but when these folks make their artists sign their contract, they gonna give them the big show spotlight, as promised.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, somebody said that. I think shout out to my brother Jeff Brown. He said those are sperm sea monkeys. And I looked at it. I look at it. I'm like, yeah, you know it's something. Mm-mm.
I got other stuff to put my dollars on.
Huh?
I say I wouldn't even put my dollars on that. None of that. Got other stuff to put my dollars on.
I think this is the part right here when I think if she gonna rub her ass. She gonna do some old nasty shit. And I was like, yeah, it's over with. It's been one for this generation. But the thing was, when I see people saying that she did an excellent job, I'm trying to figure out where at. See, there it is. See, really? And then rub her pussy. Oh, and then smelled it. Oh, nigga, what? Man. And
Like Too
motherfucker
Short
said,
said, nasty bitch.
man, let me get the fuck out of here with this shit. These motherfuckers crazy as cat shit. I'm like, that was a good performance. Boy, that's why I call it the Super Bowl, Muppet Super Bowl of shit. Because it was a bowl of shit. Now, let's get to these goddamn red boots. Did you see the red boots, bro?
Uh-uh.
Oh, man, you missing out on the fun, bro.
I told you, I'll be
Boots.
with it. Go ahead.
I couldn't do nothing but see it. Couldn't do nothing but help but see it because it's becoming a trendy thing now.
Okay, go ahead.
Let me see if I can find you because this is basically a trending thing. And but see, people, like I said, we just hold up. I'm just gonna let you see this goofy ass shit. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Let me see. Oh damn! Did I do something? Oh yeah, I did something wrong. Hold on, Jack. Hold on a second. Damn. Hold on. Let me try this again. Yeah, but if you see the man, you gonna be like, man, hell no. You ain't gonna say. You gonna be like, you ain't gonna be like, hell no. You ain't gonna do nothing but just shake your head and get quiet. I already know.
Let's check.
Let's see. But here we go. Here we go. Oh shit! Lil Wayne already got his pair. So I'm looking in the next probably a couple of weeks, maybe probably close to my birthday. People gonna be walking around with those goddamn Papa Smurf ass boots on. See what you just started, bro. You just spoke to this shit into existence. That this is what we have going on. You spoke this shit in existence, bro. See what these folks is doing to themselves. This is ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Go on, say something. I know it's something dangling on your brain, but you're trying to hold back. But don't hold back, bro. Come on, let it out.
Nah, I ain't got
Some
nothing to
language.
say. Nah, I ain't got nothing to say. I'm good on it. I told you, I'm just gonna let the Muppet play the habit, bro. I'm just gonna let them have it.
I mean, that's the reason why you can't take nothing. You just can't take nothing serious no more, bro. They literally showing you what the business is out in these streets. You cannot ignore this shit. If people just get this is that fucked up. If they that fucked up to let this shit go by like this, that just let you know right now, some of these motherfuckers ain't got very long. They can go ahead and flatline. Because these motherfuckers, I mean, bro, when I seen that shit there, the first thing that came to my motherfucking mind at the time was like, where do we go from here?
What you mean? I'm getting the hell away from them. That's what I'm gonna do. It ain't no we. It ain't no we.
I mean, I'm looking at this shit
No,
and
it ain't no.
I'm literally trying to figure out, you know, ain't no damn way a new generation motherfucker can tell me anything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said, that's why I had the brother Arnez on here. Because I wanted him to understand that everything that you see ain't what is all to be, bro.
Yeah.
These motherfuckers is literally fucking with your head. They fucking with you. And then for them to put that shit right there out there, that just goes to show you they gonna keep on pushing, they gonna keep on showing the narrative of them damn red boots, and everybody gonna think it's cool to get them motherfuckers because they see their favorite artists wearing them bitches.
Mm-hmm.
So you gonna have all these motherfuckers around this bitch. No. Oh god damn! I tell you, bro. I guess I'm gonna go into the news now, and before we get ready to wrap it up, I got a story, a little sad story I just read that comes clean out of the goddamn L.A. Times this afternoon.
What's that?
Looks like my hometown car dealership is saying goodbye for after over 40 years, bro.
Well,
You remember I was talking about him the other matter of fact, I was talking about him yesterday because I mentioned the song that he said. He used to say, if I stand up over my head and while my face will turn red, go see Cal, go see Cal, go see Cal. This is the late Cal Worthington. This is the guy right here.
okay.
He was like he was one of the biggest and most number one car dealer salesmen in the history of car sales. He has one of the biggest car dealer lots in Southern California. Well, according to the Los Angeles Times, after more than 40 years, end of the road for Southern California Cal Worthington car dealership.
Okay.
They're finna say goodbye forever. Say no mistake about it, bub. Southern California is car country. So automobile dealership Calvin Coolidge Worthington decided to have a little fun and attract attention and empty his lot with My Dog Spot TV commercial featuring a live snoring gorilla, the commercial in which he also used other animals as a dog named Spot. That's real talk. A pigeon, a camel, elephant, bear, lion, hippopotamus, and tiger helped Cal Worthington build an empire of 27 dealerships and then sold over more than 1 million cars. You know, as his kids got the car had it took on his situation, you know, because he passed back here a couple of years ago. He died in 2012, as they say right here. Many of the commercials were filmed under the large Worthington Ford in Long Beach sign at the dealership he bought in 1963. Now that sign has come to mark the end of an era. Worthington family said they have sold the 3-acre business to last dealership still bearing the name legendary car salesman who died in 2012. It's very sad, Nick Worthington Cal's grandson said in an interview with ABC7, our employees have been with us 40 plus years. It's a part of everyone's childhood and life growing up here, he added. It's hard to close the books for everything. On Saturday, Sean was his Abadar finance director at the dealership said said news of the sale came as
Mm-hmm.
a shock. Although there had been rumors for a couple of months that something like this was in the works. The rumor was confirmed Thursday. Oh man, I tell you, that's sad, bro. I ain't gonna lie, I want to cry, but I know life goes on. That was a a long time situation. Have I ever? You want me to play one of his commercials? It's real funny though, but he literally used to sell cars on different like they would show the movie of the week or the weekend or something on Fox 11, which is a Fox uh, affiliate in Los Angeles. That's where usually he did all his commercials. He based a contract with Fox 11 back in the day, and he will every time the commercial come on, they be like, "Here's Kyle Worthington in this dog spot." You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I'm gonna show you one of his commercials, bro, so you can see what I'm talking about. But they got a whole bunch of his commercials on YouTube. I didn't research Cal Worthington. See if we can pull up one of his commercials so you can see it. It's a bit funny though. Yeah, there it is. Let you see it. We'll see one of his old commercials. Let's see. Matter of fact, this is one of his commercials from 1981. He's been doing. I mean, he had these commercials for up 10 years, man. I mean, and if you might trip out on the car prices because he had the car prices on the front of his car, so you might see prices way different from how the prices are now. You know what I'm saying? The car prices back then was like in the 4-digit numbers, not in the 5-digit numbers like we are today. So check this out though. Well, here we go. I'm gonna pull this video up right now. But yeah, this is gonna be a memorable situation, man. You know, for real, for real. Okay, here we go. They probably gonna flag me for this because this is a commercial.
Here's Cal Worthington and his dog Spot. Need a great big truck? Go see Cal. If you need a little truck, go see Cal. Get a camper, change your luck, buy a van and save a buck. For any kind of truck, go see Cal. This is a big old giant friendly supermarket of cars. Just acres and acres and acres of cars and trucks to show you. I'd like to invite you out. Hey friends, if you're out buying a car, you ought to drop by Worthington Ford, see me first. Just see me first, give me first chance at the deal, and I'll give you 2 free dinners at Victoria Station. All the barbecued ribs and all the barbecued chicken you can eat at Victoria Station. And no purchase is necessary. You don't have to buy a car from me. All I want you to do is see me first, give me first chance at the deal. But you talk about a giant selection of cars, just acres and acres and acres and acres and acres and row after row after row after row of cars and trucks on sale out here. And you can take your good old easy time because we're open every day to midnight every night. Now, I've got some more cars here I'm going to wholesale. I'm going to wholesale them to dealers. I'll wholesale them to you. I'll sell you one of them. I'll sell you all of them. First come, first served. You talk about some low prices. Look at this. A 74 Buick LeSabre Lexus on sale for $1,200. A 73 Chevy Monte Carlo, $1,300. A 1973 Pontiac, a Granville 4-door, on sale for $1,000. Pick a car, drive it 10 days. Here's a 73 Chevy Vega GT wagon. It's on sale for $800. Drive it 10 days and try it. Here's a 1974 Fiat, an X19, on sale, $1,500. Here's a 76 Chevy Chevette, on sale, $1,300. Here's a 75 Chevy Camaro, on sale, $1,600. Drive it 10 days and try it. Here's a 66 Olds Delta 88 2-door, $600 the full price. Here's a 71 Pontiac Firebird, the full price, $900. Here's a 72 Datsun, a 240Z, the full price, $1,900. Here's a 75 Mercury Cougar, the XR7, the full price, $1,800. Here's a 72 Chrysler New Yorker 4-door, and the full price is only $800. Now, friends, when we take a car and trade out here, we run it through our service department, and we tune the car. We make sure it runs right. We make sure that it meets all of the federal qualifications for clean air and all the qualifications for the state for clean air. And then we safety test the car. The brakes, the lights, the tires, the horn, the seat belts, the windshield wipers. These cars have all been safety tested, and these cars have all been tuned with the latest, the most modern diagnostic equipment now to meet all the federal requirements for clean air and all the state requirements for clean air. And we have 10 jillion cars and trucks to show you out here. If you're shopping for terms, if you're a little short of cash, you're shopping for terms, you need some help on the down payment, you need help on the monthly payments, you want extended financing, you want low payments, the extended financing, you ought to come and see us. But above all else, if you want to pick and choose and take your time, because we've got the cars, acres and acres of cars, just pick and choose and take your time. We've got the car you want. I'll stand on my head to sell you a car. Worthington Ford, the San Diego Freeway, at Bellflower Boulevard in Long Beach, open to midnight.
Yep, that was old Lake Cal Worthington. God rest. So, what you think, bro? That's a big ass car lot, ain't it?
Yeah, a lot of, you know what I'm saying, products and merchandise out there.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, but you know, like I say, I knew a couple folks back in the day. They bought cars from Cal Worthington, but you know, one thing about it, he was considered as the car dealership king of Los Angeles back then because nobody could fuck with him. Because you know, you go to a car lot, you might go to Cormier Chevrolet, which was out back in the day. The Cormier is not around no more. Somebody else bought him out, but Cormier, Chevrolet, PLS Dodge, they sold he went bankrupt, I think, and I think Walmart bought his lot. But these different cars, Downey Toyota, all these different lots that's all in Southern California. If you fuck around and go on their lot and you fuck around there and they say, well, you ain't got enough money for a down payment, they be like, you know what, fuck it. I'm gonna drive up here to Long Beach to Cal Worthington. Are you serious? You gonna do? Yep. Because Cal Worthington said he'll fuck with me regardless of what. Because he had over 100 and some lean finance companies that was bagging him. Could you imagine that? You know how like you go to car lot place and they'll say, well, we can try. We got only like 3 or 4 finance companies we deal with. Cal Worthington, well, if he can't find finance company, he'll finance that bitch himself. He ain't letting you leave that lot without no goddamn car. He told you on that commercial, yeah, you don't have to buy nothing. We'll give you a free dinner anyway. You eat all you want. That's bullshit. You can eat all you want, but at the same time, you ain't leaving that damn car lot without no car. The first day he like, where you work at? Oh, you work there? Okay. Oh, hell yeah. Fuck it. Don't eat no money down. Let's go. Come on. Blah, blah, blah. Get you a goddamn car. You go. Just like that. And people in Southern California gonna miss that. So I already know it's a done deal. But most likely the family probably got a big ass vault full of money and they just say, fuck it. Tired of this shit. Because, they finna get ready to change situations up anyway, because all the vehicles finna start EV in a little while. So I'm guessing they probably say, you know what, we finna get out of this shit while the getting is good. So but anyway, that's gonna be the install of the news. I ain't got nothing else. You got anything you want to punch on, bro, before we get up out of here?
No, I was just relaxing. Everything that was said in the whole podcast. So just hope everybody got to take away from it. They can use. Be safe over the weekend.
Oh yeah, most definitely, man. Because I'm gonna go ahead and lay it on down so I can get on up in the Southern California and drop this shit off. And they already got me. I already shout out to my company. They got me a back load going back to the east. So as soon as I get out here to Cali, I should be ready to come right back up out this motherfucker. As soon as I get out there. You know what I'm saying? Going back out toward Oklahoma. And then hopefully when I get out that way, I might try to give me one more load to run and then do a turn over into Texas so I can start my little time off with my son and all that good old shit. But anyway. Well, bro, this was a good one. This was a good show, man. Shout out to bro Arnez Richmond, you know what I'm saying, for coming on wherever you are, brother.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Stranger, come back on in time, man. If you got anything you want to talk about, you know what I'm saying? You kind of trying to figure out, you know what I'm saying? Like I said again, it wasn't to the point we trying to dismantle the new generation. It's just the fact of the matter. We want you new generation to be prepared for what's about to happen in the near future, so you can pass along the word with the next generation. Because y'all can't be going around here just thinking that the powers that be is giving you information that you can use and need for yourself. These motherfuckers trying to get rid of your ass. They don't want to have shit to do with you. They just sucking you in on bullshit. Cause like I say, that goddamn Billboard list that they put out was hot garbage juice. You know damn well Jay-Z is not the #1 rapper. And I got love for Jay-Z's music, but he ain't no damn hit. He ain't no damn artist. The best rappers are the ones that can put down a freestyle and can rap it. Never mind. We'll talk about that later. But anyway, bro, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this thing up, bro.
All right, dog.
All right, bro. I'm gonna holler at you, bro.
All right, bro. Peace.
Peace. All right. That once again concludes the podcast tonight. Much love to respect to my brother Dar Prince as always. And much love to my cuz, you know what I'm saying, brother Ryu. You know what I'm saying, bro? Don't, you know what I'm saying, subscribe to the channel, man. You know what I'm saying, YouTube. You ain't got to just be on Facebook. You can get on YouTube and catch me. Or you can catch me on Twitch TV. if you got a Twitch account, you know what I'm saying, DJ Chaos Music Lover _46 at twitchtv.com. You know what I'm saying? You know, I already know you friends with me on Facebook, so, you know, and others, you know, follow me on Facebook at Halo Jones, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, that is going to conclude tonight's podcast. Much love, respect, and shout out to my brother to Marcus Lucas, man, bro. Much love, bro. Hope you enjoyed the show. I know you told me you wanted me to tag you in there, so I got you up in there. Hope you can come on, man, and talk about some stuff too. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, much love and respect to you guys, man. I'm gonna go ahead and give me some rest. I can do everything to do. The board Chaos is signing out.
Well, if it ain't Shuffle Along Mac and his old time dog. Biggie Smalls. Your mama still working in them $10 houses? Some other time. Some other time. One of these days I'm gonna climb all over you. You take more guts than you got, Biggie. You got to bring ass to get ass. You're colorful, Mac. Dumb, old-fashioned, and out of style, but colorful. Biggie, you out your territory. And I don't like it when people come into my town without paying their respect. Well, we no longer consider this town as out of our territory. Watch your mouth, son.